Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Shrimp Nation. I hope you all are doing well. We back at it again with the Shrimp Fried Rice podcast, if I could speak English. As you can see, my setup is a little bit different than it usually is. I'm purposely sitting at the end of my bed where my desk rests, typically before I pull it forward. Because I want to sit up straight. Every podcast, I'm watching back videos and I'm like shrimping hard. So I purposely am sitting at the edge of my bed and I'm trying to sit up straight, crisscross applesauce, so I can not have bad posture. I need to work on this in my real life because I do need to strengthen the muscles of my back now that I don't have back issues, thank God. I never really had back muscles for the past 10 years. Before that, yeah, I did, because I was a softball player, basketball player. I was in the gym. I was lifting a couple 100 pounds just to work out, to be strong for the sports I was playing. And then I went to like nothing. Can't lift more than 10 pounds. So here I am lifting over 100 pounds sometimes at the ice rink. And sometimes I'm not, it depends on the day. But I gotta try to get that posture good. I can't have like a gamer neck hunchback type situation going on, and I have no excuse to not sit up straight except for the fact that my setup is kind of wacky. So if you don't know, this is my bed. Welcome to my bedroom. This is about how big my bedroom is. I'm not exaggerating. I got probably 3 more feet of a small space for the exit and a dresser drawer. But I'm blessed to have a home that I live in. This is not my home, but I live in my grandpa's house, and it's just an extra space I can live in temporarily. So hopefully one day soon I can have my own home and a little bit bigger bedroom and an actual office, maybe or something I can put a desk in so I can stream and game. That's a nice goal. But yeah, right now, if you don't know, my current situation is my desk is about this width and a little bit longer than a queen size bed, just by a couple inches, and a little bit higher than the queen size bed. So I can be able to roll it back and forth. It's on wheels. And I have my PC, 2 monitors, and my keyboard resting there just for temporarily. And then when I start to game, I have another desk I pull out. I put my keyboard and mouse on top, and I roll everything back there, and my monitor is more than an arm's length away. I have my mic stand on my desk, and it's more than an arm length away, and it's on this like heavy weighted mic arm stand that's over 15 pounds because I have a crazy cat. She just gave me the look. She's like, whoa. She knocked down my old mic all the time, and I had it affixed to my desk like it was like a little screw thing, and she would knock it down every single day, and she broke it. So now this is what I got, but because the weight and balance is a little bit off, like you can see my mic slowly just starts, sliding down. So I do have to adjust it often, but it's better. It's better than it was, so I can't complain. But yeah, welcome back to Shrimp Fried Rice podcast, everybody. I hope you guys are having an amazing week. I usually like to film these on Sundays and post them on Monday mornings, but I kind of got lost in the sauce on Sunday. I was trying to help out with cooking and cleaning before I went to work, and then I was like, oh, after work I'll do the podcast, don't worry. And then when I got home, I don't know what happened. Oh, my grandpa came home. He hasn't been home lately. He's been staying at his girlfriend's condo because he had spine surgery, and he wanted to stay in a place that had 1 level, and so her place has 1 floor, And yeah, I don't get to see him that often, so I get to spend time with my grandpa. Monday, I was off of work. I had physical therapy. In the morning, I had no time. I was cleaning and trying to do laundry. And then when I came back, I was like, oh, do I stream or do I podcast? And I was like, let me just stream because, like, this is why I work these 2 part-time jobs, is to be able to have weekdays off so I can stream during that time slot that I used to stream when I was streaming full-time last year. And as you could tell, my voice is still not 100%. It's been a couple weeks now, getting over this cold or cough and whatever, and the cough made my throat sore and irritated, and it's just been raspy and going in and out, but it's the best it's been since it started. Let me show you guys Pumpkin. Yeah, a little Pumpkin cam. Oh, she's leaving. That's fine. Say hi. Come here. Look. Say hi. I love you. She's like, what the heck's going on? I'm not used to you streaming at that in the bed. What the heck? There she goes, right on the coloring book. Yeah, you're beautiful. I usually, when I used to be able to stream during the day, I used to do the intro, like a just chatting section to talk to everybody. And then I gamed for a few hours. And then from 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern, I did a coloring time because I needed something to de-stress from everything that was going on in my life. And I encouraged everyone to just grab a coloring book, or you can get the same book that I have. We can turn to the same page and color together, listen to some sick tunes, and relax as we talk about life and just chill out, because it's necessary with everything that's going on in the world every single day. You need a moment to de-stress. And I used to always make excuses for myself to not make the time to do something for myself to de-stress, and always working and cooking and cleaning and, just dropping as soon as I hit the bed. And I'm back in that same routine, which really kills me. And I want to get out of the routine. I want to go back to streaming full time, and I want to be able to have this as my career. And I'd love to do so many things on stream, not just coloring. I'd like to cook, and I'd like to travel, and I'd like to do so many things, and I haven't had the opportunity to explore my full potential yet, just because the last time I, was streaming full time, I was going through a lot with my mental health as well as physical health. So I have no regrets, and I told myself that I wouldn't, because I would push myself very hard, do everything that I could, and I believe I did. But since going back to work, I've been struggling so much with just trying to find a routine to get back into streaming, and being depressed with going back to work, and being depressed with not being able to stream, and then streaming, but it wasn't the right stream time, or just not having the energy that I used to. And it's been really hard to find the balance, and I've been still struggling even till today. I feel like I'm split in 1,000 places, and I don't know what to do next. And I feel guilty all the time because I feel like I'm not doing enough, even though I feel like I'm doing the most, because I have clips going on scheduled on Instagram and on TikTok and on another TikTok and a YouTube, and then I'm trying to do the podcast as well as podcast clips. And I don't want to lose my enjoyment that I have for this, but I am feeling a little burnt out. And I don't think it's the fact that I'm burnt out because I'm doing so much. I just feel like sometimes I'm burnt out because I feel like I'm getting nowhere. And then I'm just like, are you getting nowhere? Because like I'm not seeing like results fast enough. And I feel like this year I was like, let me just try to reach out to a bunch of people, give myself opportunities, and see like what would be possible with content creation. Sorry, I'm thinking about so many things. I'm trying to figure out how to word my words. Ow, pumpkin, don't attack my toes. So I maybe lose my train of thought. Like I really don't, even though I'm grateful to God that I got these jobs and I begged him for them, I feel like ungrateful for saying that I don't want to work there anymore on both of them, but it's true. It's not where I want to be. It's not the career paths that I want. And it's just temporary, and I keep telling myself it's a temporary situation, and I keep trying to hold on. But hey, pumpkin pumpkin hit the BRB screen. I keep telling myself it's temporary, but it's rough, and I keep trying to remind myself of that every single day because it's hard to hang on to that. And I'm praying every single day. I'm not losing hope and I'm not losing faith. But it feels like every single day feels harder and harder. So I was really hoping by January 31st and praying that I wouldn't have to work at these jobs anymore. And now we're in February 17th, and I'm still hoping and praying that by the end of February or sooner, I don't have to work at these jobs anymore. And I just want to put my 2 weeks in, at least at the hospital, for my vacation in March, because I don't want to be there anymore and I can't handle it mentally or emotionally. It doesn't make me feel good. They're not doing the right things. They're not helping patients the way they should be. I don't like how I have to speak to people on the phone. It hurts me because I'm getting in trouble with trying to help people. I feel like everyone's morals are definitely twisted, and I just feel sick every single day going there. And I thought because it was a Catholic hospital, it would be like a good place. And I've gotten closer to my faith in the time that I've been working there. And maybe that's the reason why I'm working there, because everything happens for a reason and in God's plan. But and maybe it was to help the people that I helped in whatever way I could. But I hope God's plan for me next is my next step in this career path of content creation and Twitch streaming. And I know not many people watch this podcast right now, and a lot more people see the clips, and it's really hard for me to make the clips because this is some real life stuff I'm going through, and I want to share it with you all just to be transparent and open, because I feel like the openness is necessary between the people that are on the internet making content and the people who are just viewers, because there's this clear divide that's always been there between seeing someone online and putting them on this pedestal and thinking their life is perfect and they're not going through shit. And then sometimes you see them disappear for months at a time and come back and be like, oh, I was like struggling with addiction and I overcame it and I'm here now. And it's like, wow, I didn't know that person was going through that, or whatever it may be that they are going through. It's good to have open and honesty, and it may not be for everybody because it's hard to have every aspect of your life out there for everybody to criticize and dissect and pick apart. But even for myself, when I used to see anybody making content online, I would just put them on this pedestal like, wow, like these people are kind of famous, even though they're not famous, and it's pretty cool. Like they're cool people. But the thought of them has changed over time. Like I don't see them as like that anymore. I just see them as people, and they're just, trying to make money like I am now that I'm doing it. Like, there's no difference between me and them. They may have had more opportunities or more money or whatever it may be that led them to where they are now, but there really is no difference between me and them. And I used to not believe in myself, even though I would try. But I've 100% believed myself that I can make it, even when times are rough. I feel like I was having a really hard day today because I had to work at the hospital after being off for like a couple days. And it's really stressful, and my coordinator is crazy, and she's just nasty to me all the time and always handing me her work. And she makes side comments, and I try my best to hold back every day. It's like a test of my patience. And today she was sick and coughing everywhere with no mask on. Mind you, I've been wearing a mask since like October because I don't want to get sick. And I got sick even while I'm wearing a mask every day. And I think it's just because, the mask can't protect you from everything. It's not like an N95. But anyways, she was like trying to give everybody all her work today. And then like I have my own units of the hospital I work on. She has her own. My other two coworkers have their own. And then she keeps calling me, even though we sit next to each other. She like calls on the phone because she doesn't want to talk next to each other because she thinks it's rude for everybody. Mind you, there's like 60 people in our department yapping away about their personal lives. That's fine, but not us when we're actually working. So she calls me and was like, "What are you doing right now?" And she has like an attitude. I'm like, "I'm working." She's like, "Yeah, well, what are you doing afterwards?" And I'm like, "I'm still going to be working." And she's like, "Well, can you hurry it up? Because I have like abstracts for you to do." And I was like, "I don't have any abstracts on my unit. I finished one and I'm just writing this support note for this patient who called." And then she's like, "Yeah, well, when you're done with that." And I said, "Well, when I'm done with that, I'm going to lunch." And she's like, "Oh, you're going to lunch? Oh, it's 1:00. All right, fine. When you get back, then we'll talk." So I was like, all right. But she also has a problem with me going to lunch. She has a problem with everybody going to lunch. So nobody takes a break there except for me. And every time I take a break, everybody has an attitude. And every time I try to take a break, she's like, "Why don't you take a 15-minute break now? And then you can take another 15, and then you can take a 30. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I did it one time. I had to rush to eat. By the time I got my food, because I ordered food at the hospital, I rushed to eat and I had like 2 bites, had to come back upstairs to work, and then had 15 minutes to eat, rushed. And then by the last 15 minutes, I didn't even get it because there was no time. No one could cover me. The other girls had to go home. So I just tried to get that 15 minutes back throughout the week by spending extra time in the bathroom every single day by like 1 minute every time I went to the bathroom, which is ridiculous. But I just was owed that 15 minutes and I wanted to take it. And it shouldn't be like that. Anyways, I wanted to do a segment on here that after so many podcast episodes, I've thought about it and talked about it. I don't want to just talk all the time. I wanted to do other things like crafting or Lego building or coloring. And since I had a bad day, I wanted to do a coloring time with you all. And I know it's not really the ideal setup for that, but here we are. We got our Florida coloring book, which is in my link tree. And you guys could see all the stuff that we've done on stream. And this is going to be my first podcast coloring time. And Pumpkin, infamously, sits on the pages, just like on stream. Except I do it on my desk usually. Excuse me, why are you wet? She's just playing in the water. She likes to like play. What are you doing? I love you. Guys, I almost got Pumpkin 3 years ago in 11 days from now. It will be your adoption day. She has helped me through so much depression and anxiety. And I got her when I was in a really dark place in my life, and it changed my life for the better, even though she sometimes fights me. She's still good, and I'm so thankful for her. She's laying on my pages. I wanted to do this coloring time. I was having a bad day, not just at the hospital, but I was saying earlier that, like, I was in the beginning of the year, I was sending out a bunch of emails, even this past week, to a bunch of companies that I thought would be great if they would do brand deals or sponsorships or anything like that. Even though I don't have that much of a following, I figured, why not? You know, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So I figured, let me take as many shots as I can. I didn't do 100 yet, but I figured, let me try. And one of those things that I'm very disappointed in is this TwitchCon idea. So I've been Beyblading on stream. When I first start my streams, I've been doing Beyblades because it's one of those things that's like healing my inner child. And I wasn't able to have them when I was young because we couldn't afford it. And it was just something cool that I wanted to get into, and it's just something that anybody can do. And so when TwitchCon posted on Instagram, they were like, oh, calling for content. They're like, we want you to have ideas for TwitchCon. So if your idea gets picked, then you get to go to TwitchCon for free, you with whatever members that you sign up with. So I was like, all right, bet. So I signed up for me and my boyfriend. And I was like, we went last year together. And this would have been like a nice opportunity to do that. So I gave them the idea that I wanted to do Beyblading because it's something that anybody can do, no matter the ability, and you can be new at it and still have fun. And I feel like that competition would be fun to have at TwitchCon because, like, they had D&D there, which was nice, but it's just too long. And let me put some music on. They had D&D, which was nice, but excuse me. It was nice, but it's just too long to get into. And then they had other games and events that you could partake in, but you have to sign up in advance. And I just thought, you know what, this would be something cool to do and to have there. And I was like, this would be great for me because if I get chosen, then it would be like good content exposure to get more viewers potentially, just to have a live streaming event. And I think it would just be cool that I would go to TwitchCon through an invite. So if you want to play, go play with your toys. Look, here's your toy, go get it. So anyways, I got an email from them like last week saying like they're going through everybody's ideas and they'll get back to everybody, and if they don't hear from us from a certain date, then to email their like customer support or something. So the other day, or actually it was yesterday, I emailed them, and I'll just read you guys the email because we got nothing but time. Alright, dear TwitchCon events team, I hope this message finds you well. My name is Not Allergic to Shrimp, and I submitted an idea for Beyblade event at TwitchCon Europe 2026. I'm writing to follow up on the status of my application. The event concept focuses on Beyblade battles, which are globally popular and accessible to players of all abilities. I believe it could bring both excitement and inclusivity to the TwitchCon experience, creating a fun competitive atmosphere where everyone, regardless of skill level, can participate. Given that Beyblade is making a comeback, I see a unique opportunity to engage new audiences and expand the community. I've had the pleasure of hosting Beyblade battles during my streams, and the positive reception from my viewers has been incredible. I truly believe this event could add something fresh and inclusive to the event programming. I also attended TwitchCon Rotterdam last year and had an amazing time, but I felt there was a gap for more casual yet competitive events that could welcome everyone. I'm confident that the Beyblade event would be a perfect fit. Please let me know if there's any further information I can provide to help you with the decision-making process. Thank you for considering my submission. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Best regards. Not allergic to shrimp. Sorry, my mouth is dry. Hold on. I just missed my whole mouth. Anyways. Jeez, how much water did I spill? So I sent that email to them yesterday, and then I got a reply back pretty right away that said, "Hi Kayla, I hope this email finds you well. Thank you so much for reaching out, for your interest in participating. We're so happy to hear that you're passionate about this session idea." Sorry, let me put my music lower. At this time, we do not require any additional materials, and we're doing the rolling decisions from February 17th to March 6th. We will reach out to you, which I didn't know was until March 6th, or else I wouldn't have emailed them. So I hope they didn't just automatically deny me because of that. We will reach out to you with the decision of your session between these dates. If we have not yet reached out to you by March 6th, please follow up with this email. Thank you so much again for your interest, and we'll reach out to you soon. All the best, the TwitchCon events team. So that made me feel good. I was like, oh, maybe I have a chance. And then today, after I came home from work, I get, "Hi, not allergic to shrimp. Thank you for submitting your idea as part of the TwitchCon Europe 2026 call for content. We received an incredible number of thoughtful and creative proposals for this year, and with limited space available, we're unfortunately not able to include your submission in this year's show. We truly appreciate the time, energy, and care you put into your submission. Your passion and creativity are what make the Twitch community so special, and we hope you'll consider submitting again for a future TwitchCon. Thank you, the TwitchCon events team." Absolutely devastated. Absolutely devastated. I was crying. That's nothing to cry about. Like, genuinely, like that wasn't like a harsh no. I feel like that was a little bit dramatic. I just feel like I put so much pressure on myself to make it in such a short amount of time, and I keep praying for it to happen because I can't afford my bills and I can't afford my student loan debt, and I want to help my parents out because they can't afford their bills, and I want to be able to help them as well as my siblings and pay off my own debts and bills and just be able to make it like I've seen so many other people make it by doing content creation. And I feel like that's something that would make me very happy and also fulfilled. And I feel like I could do the Lord's work in so many ways with whatever money I may receive in whatever way that may be. So it just felt, I don't know, very upsetting to hear. And I kind of just was a little bit sad for a bit because I'm asking God to close doors that aren't meant to be and to open ones that are. And you know, he closed that door, and it may not meant to be right now, it may happen in the future. But I don't know, I kind of put all my cards on the table, and I was like, you know, if I'm not meant to quit my job right now, give me a sign. Like, not being, you know, not having these people reply like yes to these things I'm asking for, which now I'm questioning, is this a sign from God that he is closing these doors and I shouldn't quit my job? Or are these opportunities just not meant for me right now and I shouldn't have said that? And now I'm like questioning if I should be questioning, and I don't know, I just feel like I'm lost. And then I get like a notification from YouTube that's like telling me about my YouTube analytics on my clips page, and it was saying how much viewership I got this past month. And then I just started crying because I'm so thankful and blessed to have how much views that I've gotten, and I don't want to seem ungrateful because I'm very grateful that I have the views that I have. But it just put it into perspective for me that yes, I'm not there yet, but it doesn't mean it's not going to happen, and it doesn't mean it won't happen soon, and it can happen overnight for me like it has other people, as I have faith that it can happen. It's just, you know, a lot of stuff going on in the background of my life, as well as the background of content creation, that, you know, I get into my head and I get into these, I guess, dark spaces in my mind. And, you know, the reality of things it's scary because I can't afford to pay my bills, and I'm stuck in this job situation where they have benefits and I'm just barely making it. But I'm working 2 jobs so I can try to like Twitch stream and do content creation more. And I'm like, am I failing? Am I succeeding? I don't know. Should I quit both my jobs and just get a full-time job somewhere else and, you know, push back on streaming? And I don't want to give up on streaming and content creation because that's all I want to do with my life. So it just pains me to even say it out loud, but I just feel like I'm so stuck. And if I didn't have that opportunity last year to be on unemployment by having a major health issue and getting fired from my job because of it, then I wouldn't know that this is what I wanted to do with my life, and I wouldn't have had so many opportunities and experiences that I've had. So even though I went through crazy things, I'm very blessed that I went through what I went through because it led me to where I am today. But I don't want another crazy health issue for me to have another setback for me to be able to Twitch stream full time. I want to be able to make an amazing income to provide for myself and my family, and be able to quit my jobs and do streaming and content creation full time. I feel like it's something that's possible. I'll show you guys. I got a blue butterfly with 2 shades of blue and a pink one with 2 shades of pink, but it's kind of purpley and very cute. I'm gonna try to change up each butterfly with a different color. We'll do green next. This stuff is very relaxing. I went to therapy for many years, and my therapist always told me I needed to find a healthy coping mechanism because all my coping mechanisms have been very unhealthy. And my number one coping mechanism that it's been for many years, since I was 13, is smoking weed. And there's nothing wrong with it, you know, per se. Like, it helps a lot of people with a lot of different things. I have a medical card. I've used it for my back pain. I've used it for anxiety and depression. I know a lot of people use it for a lot of different things. And I had major depression when I first started using it. I mean, that's definitely why I used it. I needed an escape from my life as well as a silly, goofy, fun time. And I'd been just using that and relying on that forever. But with having asthma, you can't smoke all the time. And I've had edibles and tinctures and vapes and like a bunch of all different kinds of things, of different kinds of CBD and THC in different forms, which is good that there's now options of all those things to help out. But I do kind of want to stay away from it because I feel like I don't want to be so dependent on it all the time, because I want to have kids someday soon, and I want to be able to not rely on something like that. I want to be able to raise them and be like, I know you're frustrated right now, but this is how you can put your anger into art and express yourself. Because I feel like if I had, you know, materials to do something like that, I wouldn't have gone through so many hardships in my teens and 20s with who I hung out with and all the stuff I did and the partying I did and whatever that may be. I made a lot of bad decisions and a lot of regretful moments. A lot of people I hung out with I shouldn't have. Said a lot of hurtful things to a lot of people I cared about. And I feel like if I had healthier coping mechanisms when I was younger, it would have helped me through every hard time that I was going through at home and outside of my home. But yeah, when my therapist used to be like, why don't you color or read a book, go for a walk, blah blah blah, eat a piece of chocolate, I'd be like, bitch, are you fucking crazy? Do you know what my life is? And I'd go through all the things I did in my life, working, taking care of my aunt, trying to take care of my own stuff, trying to take care of my own health, all this stuff. And she'd be like, yeah, but you still have to make time for yourself. And I'm like, I don't even paint my nails or dye my hair and get a massage like all these other people do. Like, I don't have time or money and energy and blah blah blah. But honestly, at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of excuses. Even though I don't have time, there's never gonna be time. You always have to make time for yourself. And that's the lesson I've learned out of these 10 years post high school of struggling to balance a work school life balance and a social life and disabilities and stress and whatever it may be. You're never gonna have enough time. You just need to sit down and make it. So that's what I'm doing here tonight. I was debating on whether or not I should stream, I should podcast, I should just go to bed, and I just really wanted to go to bed. I'm not gonna lie. But I thought to myself, all right, we're gonna do a podcast or we're doing it different. My idea of sitting up straight isn't working because I can see myself like this right now. But at least I'm comfortable. I'm still comfortable. So that's what matters. Probably this doesn't look like the Powerpuff Girls right now. That's so funny, I didn't realize it. Yeah, so just make time for yourself, guys. It's so important. It's good for your mental health as well as your physical health. You're never gonna get that time back. And I've come to realize this is the one life that you got. And so you have to spend it wisely. You can't go back and you can't go forward. You just gotta live in the present. And it's a hard pill to swallow because I'm still trying to accept that each and every day. And I gotta be less hard on myself, but also less hard on my parents, because I feel like, you know, when things would happen or they would get mad or react a certain way, I used to get so angry at them, like that they should know better because they're my parents. But I finally realized, you know, that this is their first life too. This is the oldest they've ever been. These are all the things that they've experienced. And it's not all the same for everybody, and they're doing the best that they can, even though some things aren't the best that have happened. All I can do is forgive and move on, and we can all learn from it. And when I have kids one day, I will try my best to do better than, you know, how my parents raise us kids, and how their parents raised them and their parents. All we can do is try to do better and be good people, and try to make kids that will do some good in society. That's my goal, at least. And I hope that I can have kids one day soon, and I want to be able to not struggle. I want to be able to have kids and be able to provide for them, and them not know any struggles like I did, or my parents, or my grandparents, or my great-grandparents did growing up. I want to break those generational poverty and struggles. And I feel like I started that route by going to college. I was so proud of myself because I have 3 degrees and I'm the first person in my family to go to college. But it is my biggest, one of my biggest regrets, because I have over $100,000 in debt that I can't afford to pay off right now. But I can't have regrets. I can't, because everything I've done in my life has led me here. And I wouldn't be here today if I didn't go to college, which is so stupid to say because it has nothing to do with each other. But every single moment that I've had has led me here, no matter what it may be. So I'm just happy to be here. And with Lent coming up tomorrow, I have made some ideas of what I wanted to give up for Lent. And I feel like I should stop complaining. Number 1. Number 2, I don't want to say like, oh my God anymore. I don't want to use God's name in vain. I feel like I've said it too much and I gotta stop. Important that I stop. I want to stop cursing as much. I have been cursing my whole life. My dad, grew up with him cursing, saying a lot of fucked up stuff. Oh. The way it just slips out like butter. It's gonna take some time, chat. That's gonna take some time. But you know what? I'm gonna try my best. And I feel like I need to do a swear jar or something. Since I can't afford it. I gotta do a tally or something, so I can be responsible of it. I feel like there has to be like something that will make me realize, oh yeah, like you shouldn't have done that. Because when I was a kid, I got my mouth washed out with soap. That may have not been the right thing, but I stopped cursing. Well, at least in my house. Outside my house, I was blowing it up. I was saying everything I could. But I've been cursing my whole life since I was a kid, and I need to stop. It's just not good. It's not the example I want to set for my future kids, and it's hard because it's just so smooth to say those words. And when I try to, it's like, you silly goose. And I can't think of words, like, I can't think of any words that it's just like, I worked for a daycare for over 5 years, and I was so good at code switching because I could literally go into work and my brain was like, all right, we're here, no curse words. And when when kids would be like trying me, I'd be like, oh my goodness, or ay ay ay, and I'd just like be so expressive, and I'd put my hands on my head so they'd like understand, like, oh, she's really upset. But yeah, I gotta find some alternative words. Thanks for being here, Pumpkin. You're so sweet. I needed you. She's my favorite cuddle bug. When I got her 3 years ago almost, she was just this tiny little thing, malnutritioned and scared. Poor baby was abused and given up 3 times. And I saw her, I was on vacation in Florida for just the weekend to see my parents, because I was like, I need a mental health break. I'm going to college. I can't take it anymore. I'm like depressed and suicidal and working full time and going to school at night and I have no life and blah, blah, blah. I went to go see them and I found this little girl and I was like, I'm taking her home. And my parents were like, Michaela, that's the most spontaneous thing. I think like you need to see someone because you're going through a lot right now. I was like, no, trust me, she will fix everything. And she has helped me fix a lot of things. And she is so sweet. Like, as soon as you go up to her and pet her, no matter who you are, she starts purring. It breaks my heart, like how she was treated so badly by other people and was abused, and all she wants is love. She just wants love. She's just a baby. I mean, everybody does, but I never had a cat that just purrs like the instant that you go up to them. I remember taking her to the vet for the first time and she started purring at the vet, and the vet was like, I thought I was gonna get bit or something, you know? She's like, I can't believe your cat's purring right now. She's like, this is the sweetest cat I've ever met. And she held the cat. She held her. It was like, wow. But, anyways, I was about to ask you to move. Thank you. Can I have this, please? Thank you. Show you guys my updated picture. We got yellow, orange, purpley. It's kind of like magenta, I guess. Purple, blue, green. And then we have 4 more colors that we can execute. So I was thinking, I don't want to do gray because it doesn't seem like butterfly colors. What we can do is this. It's like this purpley wine brown color. I'm a little bit colorblind, but these colors don't help. Ow! Why would you do that? You just scratched my hand and I was just talking about how nice you are. That's not nice. What the heck, Pumpkin? When she does stuff like this, it's like, I think this is like her abuse side, or because she's a tortie. Hey, take this toy. Go. Because I see stories online of people who have torties that the cats do the same thing. Alright, let's get this. I'm gonna make this one dark, the other one's... Ouch! Why'd you scratch me for? I'm gonna have to cut your nails. Your nails are too sharp. Every time her nails are long, she's like, yep, let me attack. This is my moment. And then after I cut them, she stops. I swear she just wants to try them out. I have 3 scratching posts for her too, and she uses them all the time, which is good. I think she's playing, but she just doesn't know how to play and she's just too rough. I can't tell. I just don't want to make eye contact with her if possible. Alright, so we have like this green and then this turquoise. So... Ah! Stop it! You're hurting mommy! Go! Get out of here! Stop biting! Crazy bitch. I don't even know how to react to her anymore. Most of the time when I yell, it's like not even on purpose, it's just the reaction of like being bit. I feel like if I yell, she like wants to attack me more. How do you stay calm like when it feels like you're being bit by a shark? Here's my update. 2 more butterflies remaining. Alright, I have a red. It's pretty bright. It almost looks like orange. And then there's this pink. There's these 3 colors. Let's see. 4 colors of pink. These 3 look like similar to this color, and then this is red, so I'll do the red on the bottom because I don't want to do brown, and then the other would be green, so I'll move that all here, and then let's see those colors again. This one in the middle is like the same color we just used, and we can use these 2 for this one. It's pink, but you can barely tell. Anyways, guys, I got really sidetracked with my what's going on. I'm trying my best to stay positive. It's really hard to stay positive when you're going through everything that you're going through in the outside world, and even though I'm going through all of it, I'm just gonna keep praying and trusting in God and His plan for me, because I don't want to do anything that's in my will. I want to do everything that's in His will, because I've spent most of my life doing things in my own will, and it hasn't worked out for me. So we're doing things according to His plan, and I just hope that I can listen and hear Him when He's telling me what I need to do and what it is that's... Sorry, my hand is burning. Like, I don't know, I want to quit my job before my vacation. Or do I not quit my job and I reschedule my vacation and I suffer more? Or I go crazy applying to jobs to find something else, and then I feel like I'm just like, oh, I should be still right now. He's telling me I should be still, and then I'm like, I'm running out of time, I'm running out of time. The days are passing by and I have no answers. Or the answers I'm getting are just all closed doors, so is that my answer? Is this the answer that I'm asking for? And then I'm like, no, trust in Him. It's really hard. I'm trying to do my best. I hope I am. Alright, this is my results. Pretty cute butterflies. Bada bing, bada boom. I don't know why it looks blurry. There you go. We got teal, blue, green, purple, pink, red, wine, yellow, orange. Very pretty. Alright guys, I think that is all for me. I appreciate you all watching and listening to another episode of What's Going On in Trim's Head. That's what I should have named this podcast, truly. No, seriously though, I really appreciate every single one of you each one of you supporting me means the world to me, whether it's just viewing or liking or subscribing or sharing or all of the above. Thank you all so much. I would not be anywhere if it wasn't for all of your support. Even if you guys aren't talking or aren't publicly loud with it, it means the world to me because it all adds up. And I need that more than anything when it comes to all my platforms. So, without further ado, I shall plug my socials that are listed below. Please, if you're not following, make sure you go follow all those silly little apps right here that will keep me going. My goal on Twitch is 1,000 followers. I'm hoping to reach that soon. I have a subscriber goal of 20 subs right now, but hey, I'd love to get at least 1,000, you know? We're gonna dream big, not small. What the heck? So, my YouTube goal is over 500 subscribers on this account, as well as my main YouTube account for my Twitch clips. Join my Discord for more updates of like stream stuff and Beyblades and stuff. What else? On Instagram, I do have some following, but I could always use more. Can't complain. But yeah, I appreciate you all. I hope you guys have a great week, and I hope you guys have a peaceful week. Make sure you guys think about what you can do for others, not just yourself. That's what I will leave you with. I know I've been torn with my Catholic faith versus my Christian faith, and I celebrate both holidays, even though it's like Catholic holidays aren't really celebrated in the Christian church, and it's a lot of mix and match. So I'll be doing, you know, my best to celebrate Lent with giving up something. And I feel like, you know, I've been so angry at God for so long because of my back issues and neck issues and allergies and disabilities that, you know, I remember my aunt that I take care of, that she was like, oh, aren't you going to give up something for Lent? And she was like pestering me. And I was like, I already gave so much up to God. I said, I have so many allergies. What more do you want? And I was so angry. And I feel bad about it all the time. Not just because of the way I spoke to her, but also like feeling that way towards God. But not that I'm trying to defend myself, but I had red 40 allergy, which is in almost all processed foods in America. That would make me go into anaphylactic shock. I had almond allergies, which is also in a lot of food that's in America. Also dairy allergy with coinciding with lactose intolerant. I also had a issue with digesting beef and pork and sometimes chicken. So I had to be vegan. I had to be vegan for many years, as well as having low blood sugar. And I couldn't have candy or chips or anything bad for you, as well as certain fruits and vegetables, because American supermarkets puts artificial dyes and things they want to look nicer, so consumers will buy them. On top of that, I couldn't eat like any protein source other than peas and soy, and I couldn't have that much soy because I have PCOS, and being on birth control, it would affect my hormones. So, with all that going on in the background, I'm thinking, what else am I giving up? I had a severe fish allergy that's going to make my throat close. Fish and shellfish. I can't have beef. I can't have pork. Barely have chicken. Can't have dairy. I'm like, what's going on? And then I think that was the same year that my allergies went away. And I don't know if that was like, well, now you got no excuse, bitch. or it's like, well, you know what? you went through all that, you know, as a test of your faith, and here's your reward. You've been asking and praying. Thank you. And on a gifted platter is allergy free. And I thank God for that blessing. And I promised myself I wouldn't be picky anymore because of that. So I've been on this journey of trying everything at least once or twice to know if I like it or not, since I didn't really have much of an opportunity or chance to do it earlier in my life. And been trying new foods, not as often as I'd like, but pretty often. And some things I like now, like olives. I hated olives. I always hated olives. I hate things pickled in vinegar, except for pickles. But I found out that I like olives that are cured in salt. Those are really good. Kalamata olives. 10 out of 10 would recommend. So I learn new things every single day. So try something new if you can. Don't be picky. We have so many things that we can try on this earth. Anyways, whether you celebrate Lent or not, it's good to give something up for gratitude, I think. I could be wrong. I don't know. The Christian faith says that, you know, Jesus gave up his life so we wouldn't have to do things like that. But I feel like it's the least that we could do since he did that for us. He's not asking for it in return. But I feel mixed. But all I'm going to do is do my best. I'm not going to take it too serious in the sense that I'm not going to be hard on myself if I break Lent. But I'm going to try my best to not do it. Or to do it, but not break it. Anyways, good night, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for watching this podcast. I know it's a little bit odd the way it's set up, but I had fun coloring, relaxing, venting. All right, see you guys next week. Have a great night. Good night. God bless. Goodbye. Pumpkin bit my arm as I'm trying to end stream. Okay, goodbye, for real.